Hello, Railsplitters fans, and welcome to Abraham Lincoln High School for today's matchup of the Railsplitters versus the John Jay Jaguars. You're just seeing the opening at bat. Leading off for the Jaguars is number 32. That is Danny Vega. And he is facing one of Lincoln's best pitchers, Yaniel Torres. Ooh, that was a nice thunk off the roof of someone's car. Not that we hope for that sort of thing, but it's always interesting when it happens. And there's a hit into center field, and it is caught for the first out of the inning. Powerful hit by Vega, but not powerful enough to get him on base. Swing and a miss, strike two. That's to number 33. That is Carlos Almanzar. And that's popped up in the direction of left. It's going to be foul if it lands, but it is, and it does land. It is just a foul ball. Should have been caught from the looks of it, but oh no, it was caught. Oh, and that's going to beam off the back of number 99. That is Johan De Jesus. De Jesus will be the first base runner of the game. And it looks like they're going to pinch run for him. De Jesus is the catcher, so he's going to start putting on his catching gear now. Batting now is Zachary Weinschel, number 3 in the cleanup spot. And there's a little blooper over to third base. They make the long throw to first. Takes a bounce, but it makes it. Kamani Scott scoops it up, gets the final out of the top half of the inning. I'm going to take a quick little break, make sure everything's set up around me as we just got the stream going right in time for the game. And I'll be right back with you at the bottom of the first. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. And we are back at Abraham Lincoln High School. I'm Peter Andrews bringing you the baseball action today. Also on our site, there is a Lincoln softball game. We're streaming 2 games simultaneously if it's all working correctly. Tristan Legree leading off for the Railsplitters. And he's facing off against the number 4 batter who just went down. That is number 3 on the John Jay squad, Zachary Weinschel. And Legree going to take a walk. Up now for the Railsplitters, Yaniel Torres. He shows bunt, lays one down towards the pitcher. The throw is in time, but Legree makes his way to second. 1 out for the Railsplitters. This brings up Edwin Bueno. Bueno had game of a lifetime last Friday. Hit the cycle, had a single, double, triple, and a home run. Bueno asks for time. Weinschel has shown he's not afraid to throw a pickoff play, which is probably what's keeping Legree on second. He's usually pretty quick to try to steal. And there's a hit from Bueno over the right fielder's head. It's a base hit. Bueno is going to round and go for second. Legree is going for home. And they get Bueno at second, so that's 2 outs, but the base is clear. Lincoln puts 1 on the board. So poor base running from Bueno. He thought he was going to make it, but he didn't. But good base running by Legree. He held up, waited just long enough to know that that ball wasn't going to get caught, and then he sprinted for those 2 bases. Bueno thought he'd make it because the play would come into home plate to try to prevent the run. He didn't expect it to come straight for him. This is Julian Polione now, number 4 hitter on the Railsplitters squad. And they strike him out. We're going to the top of the second. We will be right back. Big hit by number 28. Polione's under it, brings it down, first out of the inning. It was a very hard hit ball by number 28, Matthew Asada. Asada, excuse me. That'll bring up number 48. That is Alvin Paulino. Paulino fouls one back onto West Avenue. Swing and a miss, strike three for the second out of the inning. And the first strikeout of the day for Torres. And that's going to bring up number 34. Number 34 is Mario Corso Winks. They say he didn't go, so that'll count as a ball. Corso Wink's the designated hitter on the squad today. Takes strike two looking there. And they strike him out for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Quick inning from Torres. We are already moving to the bottom of the second. Kimani Scott, first up for the Railsplitters. Looks like he swung through that one. I'm calling it a strike. 0-1. That's up high for a ball. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2. Up high, count even, 2-2 now. And that one's inside. That'll fill the count. 3-2. All right. And it's a walk. Kimani Scott will reach. And that'll bring up Jeremy Marazan. Marazan goes for the bunt. I think he fouled it off, so that's going to be strike one. Second inning in a row where it was a leadoff walk for the Railsplitters, and batter number 2 shows bunt as Coach Cruz looks to show some small ball game for his Railsplitters. Manufacturing runs. And there's a terrific bunt by Marazan. They'll throw, and he is safe at first. Great start for the Railsplitters. 2 on a walk and a beautifully laid down bunt from Jeremy Marazan. That'll bring up Roberto Almonte for the Railsplitters now. And a little blooper right over by second. And he's going to be safe at first. The throw's not going to work out. Bases loaded for the Railsplitters. Terrific single from Almonte. And on that, they're going to come have a little meeting on the mound, try to settle their pitcher down. In the on-deck circle for the Railsplitters is Sebastian Lopez. And there is a first pitch strike to Sebastian Lopez. And it's going to be a hit by pitch. Lopez going to take a base. Railsplitters going to get a run. now for the Railsplitters, the number 9 batter, David Marrero, center field today. Marrero shows bunt, gets a ball. Got that one on the outside corner for a strike. Fouls that one back. Outside. Believe that makes it a full count, 3-2. And he's going to walk him. Railsplitters get another run in. And that brings up the top of the lineup for the Railsplitters, Tristan Legree. Legree swings through a strike. Gets under that one. It's foul down the right field line. It's going to go out of play on the warning track. You can hear one of the pieces of advice Legree getting from the sidelines: productive out. Reminding him, small ball, even if you do something that, even if the ball you hit ends up going out, 3-2, full count, you could still bring home runs. The only way you wouldn't do that would be with a strike 3. But in this case, it's another ball, so I was wrong on the count. It wasn't 3-2. Maybe now. I know there's 2 strikes. I've just lost track of how many balls in the count. And Legree's going to ask for time. Foul tip. Count stays the same. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out of the inning for the Railsplitters. Top here was one for film and video, HD TV 1920 by 1080. And then what she's gonna get from that, she can then go to her graphic. Command A is select all. She might have to go over, click over here, hit Command A, Command C, and then you come over and Command V. It doesn't take it all. All right, she's not going to be able to do Command A. She's going to have to use Shift. Back with you, ladies and gentlemen, having some technical difficulties over on that softball stream. Trying to work out things for both of them. You just missed a hit by Edwin Bueno. He had a single that brought in a couple of runs. And I'm told it was a strikeout for Yaniel Torres. And Julian Polione is going to take a walk. And the bases are back to being loaded for the Railsplitters. And that'll bring up Kamani Scott, who started this inning with a walk. Ethan White's going to be taking over the mound for the Jaguars. We'll see what he can do here in a bases-loaded 2-out situation with Kamani Scott at the plate. Kamani Scott, especially towards the later half of last season, started becoming a pretty clutch base hitter for the Railsplitters. We'll see if he's going to repeat that magic here in some of these later games of this season. He takes strike one. And there's a massive hit to left. It drops for a base hit. 1 run will score. And that's all that'll happen there, but great job by Kamani Scott. There's an RBI single. As the Railsplitters bat around, Jeremy Marizin, who bunted in the beginning of the inning. And it was such an impressive bunt, took them so long to field it that he made his way to first. Take strike one here. This is not a bunting situation with force on all bases. So Marizin's got to be swinging for a base hit now, but that one's up high. 1-1 the count. Marizin asks for time and gets it. That one's inside by his legs for a ball. And he hits that one over to short. They'll make the quick toss over to second. And that's how this inning is going to end. We move to the top of the third. We'll be back here from Coney Island. top of the third. Sorry for the interruption in announcing. Working out some tech issues. Last batter was number 1, Gabriel Gerstmann. Got tagged out at second. Now batting is Joel Rodriguez. Rodriguez hits it. It's a base hit to center. And it's good for a single. He's safe on first. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup, number 32. That is Vega. Danny Vega with a powerful hit to center field to start the game, but handled by the center fielder out there for the Railsplitters, David Marrero. And Vega's going to earn himself a walk. That's 2 on with 1 out for John Jay. And now they're going to come out and have a little talk with Torres, whose control seems just a bit off from where they want it to be. Torres, a very emotional player. If he starts sinking a little too deep in his head, could spell trouble for his abilities out there. So they just got to keep him grounded, keep him centered, keep him calm, remind him that he's got 6 good runs on the scoreboard. He can keep calm and work his way through the outs. There is a ball inside on Almanza. It's Carlos Almanzar. Outside for ball 2. And they go to do a pickoff at the runner at first. And instead of it making its way to the first baseman, it ends up interfering, hitting the sliding player. And there's the strike they needed. 3-1 the count. And they almost get Vega leading off at first. He makes it back in time. Looks like he was checking for some turf burn on his elbow. Runner goes. It's a strike. And they get the runner at third. It was a strike 3, and it took the runner down. They pretended they were going for the steal play, and instead Polione grabbed it, threw it back to third. They tag him out, and that's the way the inning will end. John Jay in shock. Great way to earn a double play for the Railsplitters. We move to the bottom of the third. Leadoff batter for the Railsplitters, base hit down the left field line. That was number 12, Roberto Almonte. And there's a bunt. They don't not able to pick it up right away, but they do eventually. So that'll be the first out, but the runner does advance to second. Nice bunt by Lopez, making sure they were all focused on him. So Almonte had no problem getting himself around. This brings up Marrero. Marrero reached with a walk his first at bat. It happened to be a bases loaded walk, so also pushed a run in. Marrero earns himself his second walk of the game. And that brings up Tristan Legree. Legree hits it over to short. They pick it up. They throw for the second base. They will not get the out at first, but the run is coming home, and it will score. So Legree going to reach on a fielder's choice. Don't know if he gets the RBI so much as the error over by the first baseman. But one way or another, a run did come in. Now Torres, who had a sac bunt back in the first, struck out back in the second. Torres may face a pitch at some point if they stop trying to check Legree. Fouls that one back. And it's a little chopper to third. They make the throw to first, and it pulls him off the bag. Torres safe at first, Legree safe at third. And that brings up Edwin Bueno. Bueno with 3 RBIs today. His last hit was a 2 RBI single. First hit was also an RBI single. He ran for second, and they tagged him out there. So now Legree at third. Torres at first. Swing and a miss, strike one. Time called for. And Torres steals second. Legree did not go the same way that the Jaguars did, that cost them the last inning. It's popped up in the first base vicinity. Bueno runs into the guy, which obviously stops the catch, but looked pretty obvious to me, but the umpire is going to have to go confer on that. Yep, they're calling him out. I don't know how that goes in your scorebooks, ladies and gentlemen, but one way or another, we're moving to the top of the fourth. up now for John Jay. And a hard hit foul down the first base line and onto the track out of play is number 99. That is De Jesus. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to De Jesus. Hard hit, Polion under it, and he'll make the catch. This is Alvin Paulino now. To Seda, who just took his base. And he hits it past Torres. And it's going to make its way all the way to the outfield. It's a base hit. a swing and a miss strike to number 34, Mario Corso Winks. That one hit somebody's car. That one hit somebody's car. And he puts that one up in play, and Torres calls it off, makes the catch for the third out of the inning. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Lincoln leads 7-0. Julian Polione, the leadoff batter for the Railsplitters here in the bottom of the fourth. No, I think the ump misheard. He thought the catcher called for time, and he gave it, but the catcher says, no, I didn't. Pitch inside on Polion's knees. And there's a hit down the third base line, handled by the third baseman. The throw is in time. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. And Kamani Scott puts one down the third base line. It is foul. Way up high for a ball. It's outside for another ball. I believe that's a full count to Scott. That one's in the dirt. Kamani Scott going to take his base. Hits it towards first. Kamani Scott's going to go. They'll step on the bag, and Kamani Scott is safe. They may have had the ball there in time, but having gone to first, there was no force. So they had to tag him, and they didn't. And that'll bring up Almonte. Monty with a pair of singles today. going to foul that one off. And he hits that up high in the direction of short. Deep. And it's caught by the left fielder. And that's how this inning is going to end. We move to the top of the fifth. Lincoln up 7-0. Top of the fifth now, Railsplitters with the lead. John Jay looking to get on the board. Leadoff batter for the inning is Gabriel Gerstmann. Gerstmann takes strike one. Gerstmann had what would have been a single to start off the third, but he went for second and they tagged him out there. And here's a little chopper right back to Torres. No problem there, making the play. One away. This brings up Paul Rodriguez. Rodriguez had a single back in the third inning. Takes a strike there. But on his way around the bases, he ended up getting tagged out at third. Lincoln made a pickoff play, seeming pickoff play to second. He led off, and instead they threw back at him. Takes another strike there. And Rodriguez continues to keep himself alive. And that one just hit another car, that last foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well-earned strikeout by Torres. Top of the order. We're back to Danny Vega. Vega takes a ball. Vega flew out in his first at bat. Walked in his last. And he hits that one to center. That's going to land for a base hit. He will be safe at first. The throw is already into second by the time he went around the bag. He thought maybe he'd make it. Looked up and said, oh no. This brings up Carlos Almanzar. 0 for 2 today with a foul out and a strike. Gets under that one. It's popped high to right. And it is caught by Sebastian Lopez. Unclear if he was going to lose that in the sun or not, but he manages to keep his eyes on it. And that'll put John Jay away for the 5th. Lincoln coming up for the bottom. If they score 3, this game is over. With 10-run mercy. If they don't score 3, we'll move to the 6th. But first, we got to get through this bottom of the 5th. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back. Now batting for the Railsplitters, Sebastian Lopez, a right fielder that just made the inning-ending catch. He's staring down Ethan White now. White's the second pitcher for the Jaguars. Popped up to short. And it is caught. Nice catch by Gabriel Gerstmann. Puts one away for the Railsplitters. And there's a big hit to right. And it's going to be off the fence. Marrero running for second. He'll make it there easily. A double for David Marrero. There's a strike to Tristan Legree. Legree hits one hard to right center. It's going off the fence. I believe that's going to be a ground rule double. So Marrero will get home. Legree gets a double with an RBI. Now Torres at the bat. And they're going to beat him. Torres will get hit. Take his base. 2 on for the Railsplitters. Now the batter you don't want to see, and the coaches know it. Here comes Edwin Bueno. Bueno with a swing of the bat could put this game to bed. Bueno steps in. They leave White on. And it's a little chopper. It is going to make its way back to first. So the runners advance. Bueno gets the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Julian Polion, the cleanup batter. Hitless today, reached on a walk back in the second. And that's a base hit towards short if he's safe. And he is not. That is going to end the inning. It's 8-0 as we go to the top of the 6th. Coming up to bat for the John Jay Jaguars. Should be number 99. That's De Jesus. And Brian Friedman, head coach of John Jay, having a little discussion with the umpires here. Not sure what the issue is. Not sure what the issue was, but we seem to be back underway. First pitch of the day, Jesus is low and inside for a ball. And that is hard, hit to center. That is going to be out of here. Short porch, they call it a home run. Nope. And based on the rules, believe that does come down to a ground rule double. Yep, ump says my fault. Runner on second. I think as long as the ball doesn't go over that net out in right field, it counts as a ground rule double. Brings up the pitcher. Ethan White. And that'll be a base hit, advances the runner. Runners on the corners now. And they're going to pinch run him with number 6. That's Isaiah Ruben Patel. This brings up Matthew Asada. Fouls that one back for strike one. Hit fouled on the third base line. It's a ball to Asada. Popped up in the direction of first base. Torres calling for it. Makes the catch. Ooh, cold breeze just blowing through here. Suddenly got very chilly. You can see the clouds just at the very top of your screen. They're blowing out there. It was raining all weekend and all night, and a little bit this morning. Alvin Paulino up now. He singled his last at bat, struck out back in the second. That's hit to Polion. He's going to bobble it. He'll throw to first. He's going to overthrow first. So one run comes in and runners on second and third. Mario Corso Winks chops that one foul. Hit down the first base line. It's going to be out of play by the track. One and two, your count. Chops it back at Torres. He'll make the play to first. They'll throw home. And he's safe. Just ahead of the tag. Popped up over by Kamani Scott. He'll lose it, but no problem for Legree, who comes over, makes the catch, and ends the inning. Railsplitters let two in, but they're still up by 6 as we move to the bottom of the 6. We'll be right back here from Abraham Lincoln High School in Coney Island. Kamani Scott leads off for the Railsplitters now in the bottom of the 6th. Lincoln leads 8-2. It's a chopper to third. They pick it up. They make the throw and the catch. One away. That'll bring up Marizon. Marizon's 1 for 3 today. He had a bunt that he managed to reach first on. He placed it so well. Took them too long to get to it. Marizan chops that one down the third baseline. Foul. And this one he keeps in play. It's going to the third baseman. They'll make the throw. It's in time. 2 down for the Railsplitters. Third baseman over there is Elias DeLeon. He's definitely been put to work today by the Railsplitters, and he's been up to the task. Almonte now at the plate. And it's hard hit to center. It's off the fence. And they're going to hold him up at 2. He's got himself a double. That makes him 3 for 4 today. He had 2 singles already. I think I can overhear Coach Cruz saying he ought to have made it to third base. He wasn't running full out because he thought he hit it out of the park. If he had been running full tilt, should have been a triple. Lopez now at the plate. Lopez reached once today. He got hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Also laid down an effective sacrifice bunt. And there he wallops one to center. It's going to be caught. And that's going to put this one away. We move to the top of the 7th. Lincoln leads by 6. Final 3 outs of the game. Unless John Jay's got a whole lot left in their engine. Let's see. Rodriguez to lead off. For the Jaguars. He will continue to face Torres, who wants the complete game. He's pitched 6. He's looking to do 3 more outs here. Foul ball for a strike. Manages to get a piece of that for another foul. Strike two. On deck is Danny Vega. Up and away for ball one to Rodriguez. Just missing the outside corner. Ball two. Count even. 2-2. Foul down the first base line. 2-2 still the count. That one gets away. Count full at 3-2. Popped up. Torres making chase. Bueno making chase, and it's just beyond the net. Hard hit to center. It's going to drop for a base hit. So after 7 or 8 pitches, John Jay finally gets their first base runner of the inning. That was Rodriguez, and that brings up the top of the lineup, Danny Vega. He's got 1 hit today, a single in his last at bat. Had a walk in the record there somewhere, too. It takes a strike here. Torres fires back, not in time. That one's going to get underneath Bueno. The runner's going to move to second. Little chopper over by Polion. He picks it up, throws to Scott. Easily makes the out over there at first. Runner advances to third, but there is 1 away now. Railsplitters need 2 more. And now they'll go out and talk to Torres. He's pitched a beautiful game today, but it looks like they're going to take the ball and put it in the hands of Jeremy Marizon. He'll take a few warm-up pitches and then hopefully put this one away quickly. And we are back underway. Marizon on the mound now. He will face off against the number 2 hitter. That is Carlos Almanzar. Almanzar chops it foul down the first base line. And this one is hard hit foul down the third base line. Making chase was Almonte, but he was unable to get there in time. And that's chopped down to Kamani Scott. And they'll make the out at first. 1 run will score. John Jay gets 1 more back. It's 8-3. But the bases are clear and there are 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Johan De Jesus. Strike 2. And that's going to bounce off the back of his helmet. So Jesus hit by pitch for the second time today, actually. And they are going to pinch run for him. And putting on Daniel Kelleher. That brings up the pitcher spot. It's Whites with an RBI single his last at bat. Whites takes strike one. Strike two to Whites. Low for a ball. Strike three, and that'll do it. Final out of the inning. Lincoln's going to end this one 8-3. They come out on top. Thanks, everybody, for watching. For everyone here from Abraham Lincoln High School, for our crew, our illustrious go-getters, both on the softball field and baseball field. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for us. I'm Peter Andrus, live from Coney Island. We will see you soon. I think our Thursday game just got moved here. The rain ruining a field somewhere else for Midwood, so they'll be coming here on Thursday. So we'll be here with you for that. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.